Welcome to X Games 17. This telecast is available on ESPN 3D and presented by Sony. You're getting a nice look at what can happen when action sports enters a metropolitan area. Simply put, we take over. And X Games 17 Day 3 is rolling on. Hey everybody, Sal Masakela here inside the Staples Center, soon to be a very loud Staples Center. Now over the course of the last 2 days, we've given gold medals away to the dudes in step up, freestyle, and best trick. But the guys, they left this 4-pack gift of heavy metal for the ladies of MotoX racing. They are geared up, revved up, and ready to go. Cameron Steele, I know you're fired up.
For sure, Sal. We are rocking and ready to roll here inside the Staples Center. Cameron Steele alongside Jeremy McGrath. MotoX Racing and the ladies taking to the floor of what has become a huge race course. We'll see speed and style later. The big news, Ashley Feilich, you can see there casing a triple right there and going over the bars and getting a dirt sample. Not a good thing for anybody. With more on her current condition, let's go right down to the third member of our announce team, Aaron Bates.
That's right, Cam. What a rough start to the day for Ashley Feilich. Her practice crash left her with a concussion and a contusion to her right clavicle. She has not yet been x-rayed, so we don't know the severity of the contusion, but the medical staff had opted and decided to take her out of tonight's competition. She is here at the Staples Center. She is watching her competition from the sidelines. However, her hopes of going for the three-peat have come to an end.
Very tough news for Ashley, and of course all the fans here that wanted to see if she could go for the three-peat. But let's get right to the ladies. Heat number 1, you'll see 3 instead of 4. Vicky Golden, Sarah Price, and Elizabeth Bash. And I can tell you this about Vicky Golden, who you're going to be able to watch aboard the number 4. You can see her there all the way to the right. Jeremy McGrath, she's been racing against the guys in arena cross, and she is our number 1 qualifier coming in on speed here tonight.
Oh yeah, and she looked really, really good out there. Her style, her track was suiting her well. She was one of the first girls to do some of the rhythm sections, which this track is not easy. So she is looking to do well tonight, and we'll see what happens here.
The 30-second board is up when it goes sideways, less than 5 seconds to the gate drop. You'll notice there's a big step down in the starting gate. And of course, a big downhill is something very unusual for anybody in MotoX racing, and Vicky Golden right to the front. And you can see the confidence. We talked about her racing the arena cross, and this track, you know, in previous years we were outdoors, a little bit bigger track. This more suits an arena cross style, Jeremy.
Yeah, it does. You know, this track it's got a lot of traction. It's very tight. I'm not sure the girls are too used to hitting the ramps, which we're seeing now. Obviously having no problems with that, though.
A 65-foot ramp jump. There's the triple that Ashley Feilich crashed on and not able to continue on. You can see Vicky Golden's confidence on the track on the number 4. Running second right now, Sarah Price on the number 78. And Elizabeth Bash on the outside looking in. The way it's going to work, we're going to have 2 heat races. The top 2 will transfer into the main event. Jeremy, you mentioned the freestyle ramps. Tonight they are motocross ramps. We will see speed and style later where we will see some tricks, but right now the ladies are jumping a 65-foot gap off that metal ramp, and it's if you haven't jumped a metal ramp before, it's pretty ominous the first time you face it.
Yeah, when you're looking at that metal ramp, you're thinking, man, where is the exit if I have any trouble? Well, frankly, they have a little exit on the right side, but I mean, it's a big, I'm sure when they were looking at this thing in the beginning, they were like, no way. But having a good time with it tonight.
Vicky Golden taking to the ramp. And, of course, she is dominating at this point, but you never know. In the second heat, we're going to see Jessica Patterson. And of interest, of course, we're going to see Tara Geiger as well, our 2008 medalist. Our gold medalist, I should say. And since that 2008 gold medal by Tara Geiger, no other woman other than Feilich or Patterson has won any women's motocross race. Not a moto, not an overall, nothing.
Yeah, not a heat. That's total domination by 2 ladies here. One of them out tonight, and I'm sure Jessica is looking down now, sizing up the competition, trying to keep that streak alive.
For sure, Golden doing a great job here. Sarah Price on the number 78, also very solid. And as we said, this is heat number 1 of 2. We'll see 4 ladies in the second heat, and they will be battling for 2 transfer positions. And right now, this 6-lap heat race has been dominated by Vicky Golden. And she did some testing at the Supercross track Kawasaki has, and she's trained by Sean Hamblin, who's a very talented motocross and supercross rider.
Yeah, very accomplished. Sean's been around. She's got a good teacher in him, and right now she's showing exactly what that practice is doing for her.
And you can see the gap, really quite a bit, over 7 seconds right now for Golden. And her ramp training that she was working on was with Ronnie Renner, who of course is a very accomplished freestyle rider that X Games fans know all about. The white flag is out, so last lap. So barring any crazy mistake, and one thing I will say about this course, there aren't a lot of ruts on it, Jeremy, but there are some marbles in some places. It can be a little tricky.
Yeah, it really looks like they got a lot of grip out there, but to be honest, the marbles create a lot of slippery, corners and stuff like that. So it looks like she's got traction, but she's got to kind of take her time in some of the corners. And really impressed with her whoops, for sure.
The whoops are sharp, and she is definitely sharp looking. And a checkered flag and a big whip. You can hear the Staples Center. That's the number 4 of Vicky Golden, doing work and looking very solid out there. And of course, 19 years of age in her hometown, Menifee, California, which hotbed for all kinds of motorcycling. Temecula, Menifee, Murrieta.
That's my hometown.
Also qualifying and moving on, Sarah Price on the number 78. So unfortunately, Elizabeth Bash will not transfer on to the main event. And let's take another look. I mean, aggressive right out of the gate.
Yeah, this is a tricky start. This stuff is wood up here, so when they're trying to take off, they're getting slides all over the place. Probably an easy place to go down if you connect bars with people.
You talked about the whoops, and no problem for Golden.
Oh, yeah, she's got the whoops down for sure tonight. She's looking great.
And winning in true McGrath style, just no knack-knack.
Little style there.
And very impressive is Golden. We'll see how that transfers on in the main event. And the ladies are excited about being here at the X Games, and we're very excited about having them here and everything we're working on. So right now, Golden and Price into that main event. One more heat will decide the 2 other places here at Summer X 17 from Los Angeles. More when we return. Back inside the Staples Center, and that is a look around this MotoX racing course from a GoPro mounted on top of the helmet. Jeremy, does it look like fun out there to you?
Yeah, track looks great. Pretty tight quarters back in under the I'd say the little peristyle area there.
Yeah, the underneath. Tara Geiger from Puerto Rico, Livia Lancelot from France, and of course Sayaka Kaneshiro from Japan, and Jessica Patterson, one of the big favorites here, number 250, lined up closest to you. See her there. From the outside, a hard starting position, and the reason why she has such a bad starting position is she was the last qualifier in order of speed because she had a problem with her machine, with her bike. So she qualified in the 7th position. So she has to work from that position, not comfortable there. You can see her making a run in the whoops now.
Well, this start is not going to help her. She got off the line. Like you said, she was a little wide on the start. And this track, being as small as it is, Jessica's going to have a little trouble. She's got Geiger in front of her and Lancelot up front. This is not going to be easy, and she's outside of qualifying right now.
And watching the riders earlier, Lancelot and Geiger rode with a lot of confidence.